You're listening to Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes, the podcast where whiskey, cigars, and beard products aren't just a hobby, they're a lifestyle. Hosted by Adam, Paul, and Jerry, three guys with real experience, full beards, and even fuller glasses. Each episode serves up thoughtful tastings, laid-back cigar talk, and honest takes on beard gear and beyond. From top-shelf pours to everyday essentials, this is the place where conversations flow as smooth as the whiskey. So, pour a glass, light one up, and enjoy the ride. This is Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes.
Welcome to Bourbon, Beards, and Belvederes. I'm Adam.
And I'm Paul.
And I'm Jerry.
Today we're drinking rum. Why? Because we fucking like it, and we look like pirates. So here we go. We got our own smokes. We didn't match our smokes with each other tonight. So you'll get some different perspectives on the same rums paired with the cigar or not. It's going to be a good time. Just like always, we're starting with our palate warmer. I'm in the top left today, so I'm going top right. Jerry, what you got?
I got some of this. I think we're all doing the same one.
I thought that was just our first pour. I went with something else. I'll put my something else back.
Oh, I got something else down here too. If we want to start with that, Paul, do you got something else? Or did you
do.
All right. Well, then I'm starting out with another rum. It's a Grander single barrel, 8 years old, coming in at 99.4 proof. It's a Jews and Booze pick. This one's an older one. It got pushed to the back of the cabinet, and when I was going through stuff about 2-3 months ago, basically this past summer, I found it, and it's a fantastic one. That's why it got pushed to the back, because it's that good.
Right on. I've had some of the Granders that you sent to me.
I'm a big fan of what they're doing.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good stuff. It's may not be my favorite rum, but it's pretty good. So, Paul, what you got?
So, a little foreshadowing, but I grabbed Papa's Pilar, just the regular Flagship dark 86 proof rum. We're going to be getting into some Papas here shortly, and I figured this would be a good side-by-side or palate reset and kind of compare, contrast.
I also went with Papa's Pilar. This is the 86, the dark rum. I'm sure it's the same one you got there. Mine just doesn't have that badge on the front. It's the Solera profile, which is common for Papa's. I don't really see anything distinguishing mine from yours except for that little badge on the front, and the fact that when I went to go take the lid off, that happened. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it separated from the seal. So I just spilled it all over myself looking at the bottle. So now I'm going to smell like rum. That's fine. This is some good smelling shit. Good tasting shit, too.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, what one did you have?
I just have the Flagship dark 86 proof.
That looks like a pick to me.
No, I think
it's just regular.
Yeah, I think they started putting that
rooster medallion thing.
That little badge thing on.
You don't have this, yeah.
Right,
no, all that says is it's just a sticker. It looks like a tin sticker, but Flagship dark 86 proof rum, and then the stats. It's not a pick. Yeah.
Yeah, they might have changed the bottle style because I've had that bottle for.
I think they did because they do the what's it called? The legendary.
Do you have something like that on the side?
No, I'm not like that. I don't.
Just like a sticker. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think they just went with these metallic stickers for a little fancier look, maybe.
Their legendary series or they're more like their higher end stuff has that little plaque on it, and I think they started doing that with all their other ones just to kind of
class them up.
Yeah, but they're the higher end one, it's an actual like plaque, like instead of like a little sticker on it.
Well, I went with the same shit, just in a less classy bottle, and I've had this bottle for a long time. I don't really get into it too often. It's downstairs in my bar.
Legacy.
But I love it. I get, I get rum, not as rummy as some things, but I get rum on the nose, and then I get maple syrup all day whenever I drink it. And I like it. It's really good stuff.
Yeah, so it looks like you guys are drinking the same one. They just classed up the bottles, because I have which I wasn't even thinking when I pulled it out, the sherry finished inside, and I don't have the plaque, and it's showing it on there, or the little sticker. So they must have changed it in the last few years.
So today I was emptying out the, moving some stuff, and somebody bought some of the things that we were moving out, and we got to talking, and he was directly involved in one of the reasons why Justin's House of Bourbon got in so much trouble. Yeah, so he was driving liquor, like Justin's has a liquor license in Washington, D.C., and they had, a storefront or a warehouse or something, and he was driving it. Well, it was a store. So he was driving it from here in Lexington up there, and apparently that's problematic. So, that's one of the reasons why. And then everything else went down, where people were saying that Justin's was selling counterfeit bourbon, which I don't believe to be true. That the ABC was harassing the shit out of them there for a while. They actually I believe they had a restraining order put out on the ABC to keep them, because they were just harassing the fuck out of them, just being assholes, as government agencies are wont to do. But they didn't do anything willingly or knowingly, I guess I should say. They didn't know that there was any kind of law against or anything like that. And they were just, their idea was it needs to be there, and it's here, and to save some money on shipping, we'll have somebody that we know and trust take it there. That doesn't seem that seems like something that should be allowed. That doesn't seem like something the government should have anything to say about. Like, that's fucking stupid. That's because Uncle Sam was missing some cash somewhere in that situation, and it pissed him off, obviously. Just fucking stupid. So, the government could do with a little more free market and a little bit less need to be intrusive. Just sit down, Uncle Sam. Chill out. We're still a free country, sort of.
For now.
Let us be free.
Yeah, for now.
Enjoy it for now.
And I've had this conversation with my dad, and he's seen a lot of things go down and us move away from freedoms, and we talked about it, and he was telling me that was going on. I didn't necessarily see it then. I was much younger, and then as I matured now, I'm seeing even more, and it's beginning to be a problem. So just let some motherfuckers drive some liquor from one place to another and leave us alone. God bless. So rant over. I'm gonna finish this up. Let's move on to that first pour, which Paul, I think you sent out the first two, didn't you?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
did.
So tell us about it, sir.
Yep. So this is a somewhat local. I guess it's local to me. It's across the Bay Bridge, but it's in St. Michael's, Maryland, called Lyon Rum, Wyndon Distilling Company. And so this one is the Rock and Rum. You see the bottle there, cool bottle. They do a light rum and a dark rum there that are both fantastic, distilled on site. And then they have a lot of other kind of flavored rums: coconut, coffee, blueberry, blackberry. They have seasonals. This rockin' rum. I mean, too many to list. Check their website out, lyonrum.com, for all of the stuff that they have. They do ship nationally, so you can get a lot of stuff from them. They have a cool sample pack that you can buy, and they also sell a lot of their spirits in little airplane bottles for $5. So if you want to try some stuff first, you could, fill up a cart with some airplane bottles and get them sent to you and try some of their stuff before you buy it. This bottle is $45. I think that's about where their 2 rums sell for, between the $35, $50 range, which is price perfect for what this is for me. So this is their original take on a rock and rye. People remember that once famed cocktail. This was developed by their founder, Jane Wyndon. And this is essentially their ideal rum old fashioned in a bottle. It's their rum blended with orange caramel, Luxardo cherries, and bitter spices. It's coming in at 84 proof. And like I said, it's about $45 depending where you grab it. If you are in Maryland, they will drive it to you in their Lyon delivery van for free shipping. If you spend $150 at the store, which is kind of cool.
Is it shaped like a lion, like the dog van from Dumb and Dumber?
No. It's a little minivan looking thing, but it's all labeled up with their brand and stuff. So you got to spend $150, but then you get them to bring it out to you for free. Like I said, if not, they do have nationwide shipping. I want to say that they're also on the shelves in a few East Coast states like Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and maybe 1 or 2 more on the East Coast. And then Louisiana was like the outlier that they're also on the shelf in. But they got, like I said, a lot of cool different flavored rums. Their coffee rum is fantastic. So yeah, check them out. But I'm interested to see what you guys think. I've been liking this, and I think today was the first time I read that this is kind of like their ideal rum old fashioned. I didn't kind of put 2 and 2 together with the orange and the cherry and stuff, but I mean, that's definitely what this is. Jerry said you got it on ice. I mean, that'd be the way to drink this. I think neat is perfect. It's delicious, but over ice, I think would be fantastic old fashioned.
Yeah, I took a little sip earlier just to see what it was like, and just right out of those sample bottle. And it just had a little bit of like that bitterness from the botanicals or whatever. So I figured the ice might help tame it down a little bit. And it did. Nice and sweet to start out with the rum and the cherries and stuff or the oranges and the cherries, and then that bitterness from, it's almost like the pith of the orange on the back end. But it's in a good way. Like it helps tame down the sweetness from the caramel, the orange, the cherry, and the rum. It helps bring it back down. It's actually really good.
Yeah, and I like for me, the cherry flavor it tastes like a Luxardo cherry with a little bit of that cherry syrup. It doesn't taste like the fake cherry add-in. It tastes like real cherries. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, the cherries and orange taste like it's real. Like they threw that cherry in there. They threw the little orange spritz in there. Yeah. I think Adam is muted.
I was. Thank you. I had to relight my cigar and I forgot. There's nothing in this except cherries and orange and a little bit of that syrupy, like mapley dark rum. There's a little bit of funk, and I get that astringent character that you get when you accidentally bite into an orange pith, but or a peel. But I mean, it's just washing over your tongue. It's like, it's like the syrup from the Luxardo cherries, like you said, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you made an orange-based simple syrup and then mix that together with a couple dashes of maple syrup, that's what I get out of this right here, and it's delicious. And I know it's a liqueur, right? It's That's what it says on this.
Well, I mean, it is 84 proof, but it is technically a liqueur because it's blended with, I guess, botanicals and fruits.
So, and the nose, that's where I get the botanicals. The nose is almost, the rye in the name is appropriate, even though they've, it says in the description that they replaced their rye with the rum. But those botanicals really come through on the nose.
Yeah.
It almost has a rye quality to it, which is fantastic. This is an awesome little drink.
Yeah, for what'd you say, like $50 for it?
I'm looking right now just to make sure. Yeah, so that's on their website for $44.99 for $7.50. Right now, the other ones they have available, because they do a lot of seasonal rotation. Their blackberry is sold out. Their white rum is $35. Their dark rum is $40, and their Sailor's Reserve rum is $60. That's the one that they do not add sugar after the fact, after the distillate to the aging process. That's just straight rum that's aged for 24 months. The dark rum, they do add a little bit of caramel in for character and sweetness, which they're transparent about, and I'm okay with because it's delicious. They do have a Curacao for $38. The coffee rum, which like I said before, is fantastic for $38, and coconut rum for $50. And they have their Flight, which
that's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, 6 little mini bottles for $30. It's a tasting card. That's what I was talking about during when everybody was stuck at home in 2021 or 2022. I was able to pick one of these up at a liquor store and had a little card in there that invited you to a Zoom. I don't know if they still do those online group tastings, but it's a cool box for $30 either way. And looking at this for internet or for national shipping, it's cheap. If you buy 2 or more bottles, it's $10 flat shipping, and then if you buy 6 or more bottles, it's free shipping. So
I think it's so sorry to step on your toes, but I was looking at the coffee rum, and $37.99. I wanted to see what it would cost to ship it. That one bottle is $10. I'm looking at it right now. Shipping method, standard shipping. Now it's only to Kentucky, so if, from Maryland to Kentucky, it's not that expensive. But if you're somewhere close, you can still get that $10 shipping even without.
It's $10 here for that one bottle.
Oh, well, there you go. So
it must be 10 for up to
Yeah, it says buy 2+ bottles for $10 flat, but they must just have $10 flat shipping up to 6 bottles, and then it's free shipping if you go over 6.
I can get this bottle delivered to my house for $50.65, and I'm really fighting the urge to press the pay now button.
I'm pretty sure I have a bottle up there. I can definitely send you a sample if you'd like. I'm pretty sure I still have some in that bottle up in the cabinet, so I'll look and But
Adam,
that's cheap shipping for bottles. I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that charge you $25 per bottle,
which is ridiculous because
it's insane. So I mean, you can't go wrong with $10 shipping for 5 bottles for $10, and then after 6 bottles, you're free. I mean, come on.
Adam, did you read the coffee rum description?
No.
So they use their classic white rum, then infuse whole fresh ingredients directly into the spirit, starting with artisanal cacao, fair trade coffee, roasted to perfection by Rise Up Coffee Roasters. So
there's nothing that you said that's making it easier for me not to press the fucking button right now. I thought you were going to say that there was star anise involved somehow, and I was like,
No, I saw cacao and coffee, and I was, ooh. And it says, we encourage try it in many ways: on the rocks, mixed in a cocktail, baked into a cake, or simply poured into your coffee.
So the problem
is my favorite one out of the 6-pack sampler. Just that's why I remember it, because I was new to this company when I got that sampler, because I wasn't much into rum yet back in 2021, and when I got the sampler, I was blown away by all their products, but the coffee one stood out to me. It's really good.
The problem is there's a short barrel 3 miles that way that I saw the other day that I really, really want. Now, it was the only bottle that was left. I think it was a 10-year-old short barrel for like $50. Oof. And Yeah, it was real hard to walk away from it. It was the only one left on the shelf. It might still be there. I'm gonna close this checkout page because I'm gonna go check on that short barrel. But if it's still there, if not, then I'll snatch this up. Don't I mean, I would never buy, and this one actually is a liqueur. It's 72 proof, so I'm gonna have to have a sample before I can buy it. I'm not. Generally I don't drink, in the lower proofs anyway. So, and generally spending money, $50 or more on something that's like 80 proof is really hard for me to do.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe not. I might just have you let me know the next time that you're up there at their distillery and have you grab me a bottle if you don't mind. But
yeah,
regardless,
I can get it off the shelf in a lot of the stores around here too.
Well, I might have you do that then. But $50 isn't a lot for, I don't know if it's 90, 95 or more, but 70, 72, 74, whatever the fuck that said, that's a little hard for me to do. I'm sure it's delicious. Then again, I don't really sit around drinking liqueur. You know what I'm saying? Usually that's something I'm mixing in with something else, but I guess I can mix that in with my coffee. I don't think I'm technically allowed to do. Well, I guess you're with my job. You're allowed to, like, if you go to lunch and something, and you have a beer or two. It's well known that when you come back from lunch, you don't get fired. As long as you're not inebriated, you come back drunk as fuck. That's a problem. Right. So, if I were mixing it with my coffee, probably wouldn't be too big a deal. But yeah, I'd rather do it differently.
Well, I just got an idea for an upcoming episode. That's a coffee rum. I have a coffee tequila upstairs right now in my refrigerator, and I know that Kings County makes a coffee bourbon. I'm sure there's probably a few other ones out there. We might have.
Jerry, I think it's time that you and I start experimenting with coffee too.
I don't see why.
Might be able to.
I would stop you.
Throw some in the thumper and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
That's a good idea, Paul. I bet that Kings County. So it's a bourbon. It's a coffee bourbon.
I'm almost positive. I'll have to look it up, but I was just trying to think about what coffee infused whiskeys there are out there, because I know of the tequila, and the Kings County came to my head. I'm almost positive they make one. There's probably others who make them too, but yeah, Kings County is a coffee whiskey made in close collaboration with longtime Brooklyn Navy Yard neighbors Parlor Coffee. See how they make it.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic, because their bourbons are fucking fantastic.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they make it, or if it's just an infusion or what. Doesn't really say that I can see readily available, but it's $45. So, and I'm pretty sure Kings County has delivery to me as well. So yeah, we'll have to look into that one. That'd be a fun episode to do it a little bit earlier on an evening, so we're not all wired and laying awake in bed.
All right,
yeah,
so
I think we can do that.
So it's on seal box for $59.99. It's 80 proof. It is a coffee whiskey. Is made in close collaboration with longtime Brooklyn Navy Yard neighbors Parlor Coffee. Blah blah blah. It's crafted from a blend of Kings County's finest whiskeys and Parlor's exceptional ready-to-drink cold brew. So
yeah, so it sounds like just a blend or an infusion type of deal, which I'm here for.
I might have to
like to see what the difference with the coffee infusion tastes like, going from rum to tequila to whiskey.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that and see what we can get going with that one, because I do like me some coffee.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
I might have to do a coffee and a espresso, and see. I bet it had to be a lot of espresso, right? Because it's very concentrated. But I bet those flavors would really come through. I bet that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, no, I think we need that. We need that clear jar of coffee for that episode.
Yeah.
So
espresso rye.
There we go.
Okay. There you go.
And then one of the beard samples that you guys should be getting soon once I actually ship that box out. One of the companies, Dead Man Beard, just their January limited release scent of the month, whatever they want to call it, it's called like dark roast or something like that. And I don't like coffee scented oils. But I was talking to someone else who doesn't like coffee and scented oils, and they said this is one of the better, if not the best, coffee scented beard oil out there. So maybe I'll pick that.
I can't use that one. My wife loves coffee. I'll never get a moment's rest. I can't.
Maybe I'll grab some of that, split it up.
Full coffee episode. I'm sure I can dig up a cigar that has predominantly coffee notes and grab.
Shit, you have those, the nubs or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are all coffee infused, I think.
I say we go full in on a coffee episode here.
And while we're at it, let's do it at like 7 a.m. So we start off to
I'm totally okay with that. It's happened here coming up on a football Sunday, so we only have a few weeks left, so we're gonna have to make this happen.
Yeah. Too bad it's not an early, a European game, right? That'd be fucking awesome.
Right, 9 a.m. game, yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, so there's, like I was saying earlier, there's Buffalo still in the wild card conversation. They're 12-5. They made the playoffs, but how the fuck do they have to get the? That's fucking ridiculous. They have to get the 12-5 to fucking clinch their playoff berth. Fucking Pittsburgh is a division leader, 9-7. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's the same.
NFL stupid.
Same thing on the other side, except the Panthers are 8-9.
Yeah, petition to be in the NFC South. You'd blown us out of the water.
Baltimore is somehow still in the hunt at 8-8.
It's whoever wins tonight first. Pittsburgh first. That's the only spot that's still available. Is that last spot. Either Pittsburgh or Baltimore takes the spot, and the other one goes home. So that's
you know what?
The divisions.
You know what would have been great, Paul, if the fucking Falcons won. What was it? One more game during the season, and we had 3 8-9 teams, or 4 8-9 teams in the division.
Yeah. No, it was at the. Was it? No, it's the
Falcons.
The Saints. It would be
the Saints.
Yeah, the Saints. Yeah, if they would have won one more, and they put it. Once they went all in with Tyler Shuck, I mean, they started putting it together. I was talking to a buddy of mine today, and I'm like, the last 6 weeks of the season, the Panthers are the worst team in that division, and we're the one who gets to win the division, just because NFL's weird ass tiebreaker rules.
Yeah, I like how up for a while they were like, the winner of the Bucks Panthers game is going to take it, and then they're like, wait a minute, no, that don't matter.
It's going to get away from us, and it's my fault. Let's move on to the second pour, Paul.
I'm poured up.
I'm excited about this one.
Yep. And so this next one, we talked about it earlier, is a Papa's Pilar. It's just their standard offering, but it's the one that's finished in rye whiskey barrels. It's coming in 86 proof, about $50. All Papa stuff is Solar aged, so there is no age statement. It's a dark rum. It's a blend of 9 different rums. All Papa stuff is a blend, except their light rum. It's a blend of 9 rums from Barbados, Dominican Republic, Panama, Venezuela, and Florida. And then they finish it in once used straight rye whiskey barrels made from heavily charred white oak. And I was thinking about it. This is technically a celebrity whiskey or a celebrity rum.
Yeah,
technically. So it can fall in that celebrity spirit category because Papa is Ernest Hemingway and Pilar is his boat. So it's Papa.
Yeah. True.
Ernest Hemingway's boat is the name of the brand, essentially. So this is one of the better celebrity spirits out there, I guess.
And it's not, I don't think they actually say it, but Hemingway rye is made by the same company. Yes. And that rye just came out, within the last 2 years? And I think this rum, I think, just started coming out within the last 2 years as a rum finish. So it is thought to be basically that rum you guys were drinking to start out, finished in that Hemingway rye barrel. And I don't get any, well, I don't want to say any. There's a little bit of rye influence, but you got to get deep in there to get any of that. But it's a lot of like molasses to start out.
I get big time like cola, chocolate syrup notes on the palate. I went straight for the palate. But I do get mint, and I have the regular Papas out here that I'm going to have to try side by side. I don't know if that mint's coming from the rye barrels or if it's just something that's in the rum originally. But I get like a chocolatey, minty, but cola, like Coca-Cola is the main note for me, which is weird, but really good because, you know, it makes me think I'm almost drinking like a very heavy-handed pour of rum and Coke.
Mm-hmm.
I get, well, it's probably because of the cigar that I'm smoking, but I get like a hot chocolate kind of note. Hot chocolate with marshmallows. I'm digging it for sure.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yep. I get a little bit of that. I get a little bit of the rye spice.
I was just about to say, the only really rye that I get from this is a little bit of that spice because it's that like pungent, like deep, whatever kind of spice that I don't typically get from rums. Even like the higher proof stuff, obviously the proof bite's a little bit different than like a rye spice. But otherwise, yeah, it's some kind of like syrupy. There's some chocolate in there, very syrupy, molassesy, and in that rye spice, it's really good.
Mm-hmm. That is for sure. Hats off to them for. I think you know what? Didn't we talk to our friend from where was he? Not West Fork, but help me out here. Another Indiana distillery, not MGP.
I know what you're talking about. Shit. Spirits of French Lick.
Yep, there we go. I'm fairly certain we talked to our friend from Spirits of French Lick for doing a rye. What was it? A honey finished rye or something like that, or a rye finished rum. I can't remember exactly what, but it's bringing back memories now. Regardless, this is bringing back hazy memories, which is why I can't clarify. But this is really good. It tones down the sweetness that Papa's usually has too, which Papa's can be a bit overwhelming with the sweetness, and I like it. I like I like sweet rums. I like not sweet rums sometimes. But Papa's can be a little overwhelming on the sweetness, especially with the lower proof. What was the proof on this one, Paul?
86 proof.
Okay. So we drank some of the 86 proof earlier that wasn't finished in rye, and there's definitely, in fact, I'm glad I started with that because now I've essentially done a side by side of the two, with the cigar and without. I like this better with the cigar than I like the standard, and I like the spice on this, but the standard 86 proof definitely has its place whenever you're looking for something in that lane of rums. So both are very good.
Yeah, I just went back and poured a little sip of the standard, their Flagship Dark, and it's very, very similar. I still get those cola chocolate syrup notes that I was getting before, but that mint note that I think was coming from the rye that I was picking up is not in this at all. So you guys are getting some kind of spice from the rye for whatever reason. I don't know if it's cigar or what, but I'm picking up that mint influence, just a hint of it on the palate, and that's not in this Flagship pour at all. So that's definitely shows some of the barrel influence on the rum, but they are very, very similar. This one's definitely a little bit more sweet. So I think that barrel finish helps cut a little bit of the sweetness, a little bit of the syrupiness on the finish. But both fantastic and both priced great. I think they're about the same price. I know the rye finish one's $50. I think the regular Papa's is right around there, 40, 45.
Probably.
So both priced really good for, fantastic rum blend.
Yeah, and
we're gonna find out real quick.
It's going great with with my cigar. With my cigar, I get a lot of, which we could talk about here in a minute. I get a lot of like toasted, like graham cracker, and then just a little bit of like pepper, baking spices in there, which goes well with the little bit of spice I was getting from the rum. But then that like toasted graham crackers style note kind of also brings a little bit less sweetness with the whiskey or the rum, and I think it's going real well together.
What are you smoking?
I am smoking the Cigar Clowns Festivus 2025. It's their yearly Christmas release. It is, I just had it up, Colorado red wrapper, undisclosed filler and binder. It's a medium plus, full body, full flavor. So right in that realm of I like, and it's fantastic. Like I said, a little bit of like toasted graham cracker, a little bit of spice in there. That burn line is fucking straight as a fucking whistle as I drop the damn thing. But yeah, it's my first Cigar Clowns that I've had. I've been wanting to try them for a while. So yeah, this one's a good one.
That's a cool label. I went with I call it a budget stick. It's the Gilded Age by the La Gloria Cabana. This is one of the ones that come in sample packs from, wherever you buy cigars. They're $4 or $5 cigar. I really like them. Ecuadorian Sumatra wrapper, Honduran binder, and Nicaraguan filler. They're spicy. I like it's red pepper and pretzels, which is a weird, but there's like this baked good kind of pretzel note, but red pepper throughout. I bought these. You get them in sample packs. Most of the time I get these cheapo sample packs just to have sticks in the humidor for when I'm going to smoke half a cigar or whatever. I've bought these a few times. I actually really like these as a budget cigar because of that red pepper spice that I get. I mean, I can feel it in like the back of my throat still as I'm talking. It's really nice for a $4 or $5 cigar. So I grabbed that one's got a cool ass gold label that kind of pops too a little bit. So
that pretzel note is probably a better thing to say than like a toasted graham cracker for this one. Like it started out with a little bit of graham cracker, but it's more of that like toasted, almost pretzel, so unsalted pretzel. Now that you said that, that's probably a better way to say it for mine. But either way, it's more or less the same note, depending on how you want to look at it. What are you smoking, Adam?
Yeah. So, sorry, I went with the Patriot cigar from Haze Gray.
Fantastic one.
Yeah, it's great. It's exactly medium, which is just fine with me. That's how they describe it, robust and medium, which kind of seems, like those two don't necessarily go together, but seems to be the case here. Haze Gray, be on the lookout for those guys in a couple weeks. They will be joining us. We're looking forward to that very much.
Yeah.
This is the it says War Dogs on the side of it. It's got a picture of an operator with a canine, most likely a German Shepherd by the looks of the dog. Nice red, white, and blue band on it, which I'm clearly a fan of, and these guys are as well. We love to support anything veteran related, so I'm very glad to be smoking this cigar. It's great. Jerry and Paul had it on a different episode, and I still had it hanging around, so I decided to smoke it tonight. Love it. Again, it's a double Maduro Nicaraguan wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, and Nicaraguan filler. And anybody that's listened to this show knows that I am a sucker for the Nicaraguan tobacco, and this is no exception. It burns very evenly. I am a little disappointed with some of the spots in the wrapper. It is coming undone. And that's, I've got my humidor sits at about 72, 75 degrees. So it's not dried out, shouldn't be coming undone. But that's all right. It's nothing that I can't hold on to and make work anyway. And I'm into my second third. It's gotten progressively tastier and bolder, I guess. It's got those leather notes I'm looking for and the earthy notes, and it's enhancing these rums, giving me those hot chocolate notes. Which, you know what? I'm a 42-year-old man. I should be able to drink hot chocolate whenever the fuck I want to. And technically I can't. I just haven't. And so I might have some fucking hot chocolate when I get off this call.
We drink it quite often here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I haven't had it in years, so I think it might be time to change that. The only problem is I've already had a shower, and eating anything messy is very bad for me because it's just, or drinking anything messy, any of that. It's just I smell it until I take a shower again. So,
pro tip for hot chocolate: go on Amazon, buy a small bag of the Lucky Charms marshmallows, and use those instead of regular mini marshmallows.
Damn it, Paul. Now I'm going to. But you say a small bag. I'm not somebody that does things.
Well, you can buy like a 5-pound bag. Like you can buy a freaking bag of Lucky Charms, style marshmallows from Amazon and other places. But you can get like a little 16-ounce bag, I think, for $12-15, and they last a while.
Well, I like the marshmallows and Lucky Charms, but also eating them brings back a sense of nostalgia for me. That's mid to late 80s, early 90s, sitting on the floor watching my Saturday morning cartoons, and eating only the marshmallows. You know what I'm saying? So
you got to eat all the oats out and leave the marshmallows in the bowl of milk, and then pour some more on and leave the marshmallows for like 3 bowls, and then you have that last bowl of just pure mushy marshmallows.
Now, I could never do that. For me, it was pour it into a bowl dry and then eat the marshmallows and leave the fucking the cereal behind in the bowl. But I'm gonna have to get some of those marshmallows. That's Amazon. Fuck you, Amazon, for making everything so easy.
Yeah, well, start selling alcohol, Amazon. Please pay off whoever you have to pay off.
They
start selling the alcohol.
They do in Europe.
I was gonna say they do overseas.
Right. Come on.
And Japan.
I'll never have to leave my house again. Like,
I never would.
And I want that. I really want that.
And then one quick thing before we get too far from it with that Patriot. I don't remember the percentage, but there's percentage of every cigar goes to either Operation Zero, which is dedicated to ending veteran suicide, or Operation Tackle Box, which helps veterans heal through fishing, kind of like what Brian does with BC40 hunts. They do hunting. This Tackle Box does fishing. So go find that episode, what we did about a month or so ago. I think we got detailed a little bit, or come back in, was it 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever it is, and listen to the episode that we're going to have the guys from Haze Gray on. We'll probably get in detailed with it again. It's a great cause.
Right on. Well, we've talked about everything else. I think it's time to move on to This Pours on Me.
Yep.
I got a pour.
I'm looking forward to. It's Jerry sent this out to us.
No, Adam sent this one out.
Oh, did you? Adam, did you send this one? Yeah,
I did.
I've been looking forward to this one. Every time I open up my little sample box, I see that on there. see the who picked it and what it is, and I've always wanted to take a little swig, but I've waited. So
yeah. This This is also a Papa's Pilar. This is a and it's their dark rum. It is bourbon barrel finished, picked by the Patel Cartel, from our friends down in Tennessee at what's the name of the store? I forgot already.
Elixir Wine and Spirits.
Yeah, at Elixir Wine and Spirits. This so the the guys at Elixir are fantastic, and they're very knowledgeable. Great collection or selection, I guess is the best way to say it. Just can't say enough about them. I had a friend from down there, our friend from Whiskey and Rock, D-Rock, picked this up for me and sent it up our way. It comes in at 102.8 proof. It's got a nice little chain on it here. You guys can see the chain dangling. It's got a different colored cap on it. Obviously, it's a reddish gold type color. Fantastic. Tarak down at Elixir knows a thing or two about a thing or two. And if you walk into his store, you're going to find something amazing, especially if you talk to him. He
might want to line up an Uber home too if you talk to him.
Yeah. He'll get you drunk. He'll get you drunk. In case anybody wants to know, it's at 5441 Main Street, Suite 7 in Spring Hill, Tennessee. Just south of Nashville. Great stuff. Great picks. Man, he knows his stuff. He didn't know anything about alcohol until he bought his store. And that's just what kind of palate he's got. People rave about his picks, and I'm one of them, and I don't even live in Tennessee. It's been a while since I've seen him. Every time I see him, he knows me. Every single time. And I don't live in Tennessee. I live in an entirely different state. So let's see what you guys think about the nose and then move on to the palate.
It's a lot less syrupy than most Papas.
Yeah, I'm attributing that to probably the higher proof. Does Papas, do they even release a higher proof, or is it just with picks?
I think it's just picks.
I think.
Because if they put out like just a standard 110, oh my God, I'd be all over that. But I think that's probably because of the higher proof, the nose is less syrupy sweet. I've already got into the palate, and it's definitely less syrupy sweet on the palate too. It's almost it's almost like a powdered sugar, like a confectioner sugar type of sweetness, not like a syrupy sugar. I do get hints of, I don't know if I'm crazy, but I've tasted it twice. I get a kind of like a faint orange citrus.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't know where the hell that's coming from.
No, yeah, this is what Papa's needs to put out. There's nothing wrong with the dark rum or the rye barrel or the sherry finish, but those are definitely dosed with something. If this one is dosed, you can't tell. There's a little like a normal rum sweetness on the back end, but there's a good mouthfeel that's not overly sticky or sweet. If this is what they put out, I would be a regular Papa's customer. Not saying I got the sherry, I think it's in there. Yeah. Because it's not the dark rum, it's not the rye. So I think it's the sherry that I have in there. Yeah. So I have them, and I drink it here and there. But if this is what they put out, I would drink it a lot more.
This is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, you said confectioner sugar. Excuse me. Let me try that again. Confectioner sugar. And right before you said that, my head, we were talking about marshmallows again. My head went to popping a big old white marshmallow into my mouth. That's I don't even know what the Jiffy. Is it Jiffy Puff or I don't even know what the fuck they're called. But the marshmallows you use for s'mores, just having one of those. I even get that fluffy mouthfeel that it leaves behind. of course, I'm not getting the rye spice like I did with the Papa's rye finish, but definitely getting that orange, a little bit of cherry, very small amount, and then when I hit the cigar and have some of this, it's a totally different situation. For me, and I don't know how your guys' cigar compares to mine exactly, but the cigar adds a chocolatey and a gram, a little bit, not quite a full s'more, but like those things individually to the rum. So if you guys find either one of those, I would say that it's definitely the rum, that it's hidden in there, and we just have to have something to enhance it. But it's great. That's a damn good pick, and I knew it would be. I remember when I saw it, or actually, no. Let me backtrack that. D-Rock contacted me and said, "Hey, do you want me to pick this up for you?" Yes, absolutely. Please do so. And then, when it showed up, immediately I got into it. I think it was like 6 or 7 in the afternoon on a Friday, and I was like, yes. So it's really good. I think I paid like $55 for it.
That's
which is a stupid price. This to me, I don't know why more rum companies don't put their product out at a higher proof. I wish they would, because I feel like rum, like whiskey, is something that could greatly benefit from higher proof. I don't want 120 proof vodka. No, thank you. I don't want it. I don't want 100. Well, maybe the right gin, I might want 120 proof gin, but definitely, 110, 120 proof rum. Same with whiskey, whether it's rye or bourbon or Tennessee whiskey, whatever. Even the higher proof Irish whiskeys are fantastic, but this is a spirit that is well served by being released at a higher proof. And that's a great job by Tart. That's a fantastic pick.
Yeah, whatever you said, $55. They're obviously still making their profit. That's why they don't sell them at a high proof, because they want the money. But they're still making a profit, obviously, because they sold this barrel to Elixir. So why not put out a line of $60 a bottle, 110 proof Papa's Pilar Flagship? Just don't proof it down as much. Mark up the price a little bit to cover your cost. And please sell it to me, because
right.
It's fantastic. I'm sure. Obviously the pick makes it better, but I'm sure that if you just took this Flagship that I have here for $39.99 or whatever and didn't proof it down to 86 or whatever it was and left it at 105 or 110 and charged me $60, I'd be buying, I'd always have a bottle on the shelf, because I'm sure it would be 85% of as good as this pick is, just by being a higher proof of the original. So Papa's Pilar, do your thing. Come on, man.
Right.
Put out
That's one thing I like about Papa's. It's available. I just looked on Total Wine, and the Total Wine that I go to, we have 2 here in town, and there's one that I go to more often. They have the Papa's rye finish right now in stock, and it's 6 miles away for $51 and some change. This isn't there, obviously, but they have the sherry finish. They have the 86 proof that we were talking about earlier. They have the blonde rum. And the thing about it is that I've had some rums that, like, I used to drink, but the first thing I ever got drunk on was some Bacardi Silver. Never again. I've had a lot of Captain Morgan, Sailor Jerry. I've had Jerry sent me a care package, a rum care package back in 2021.
Yeah, it was like right after COVID when we were allowed to do anything.
Yeah, and I haven't been able to stop buying Holmes Cay picks from Jerry's local liquor store because of that particular box. And I actually bought one at Elixir. It wasn't a pick. It was the Meritas, and it is well. Actually, I think Jerry, didn't you take that home with you?
No, I was gonna, but we drank too much and we forgot.
Okay, well, it's coming. It's coming your way because it's taking up space in a dark cabinet where I never see it with the alcohol. No, the 0 proof whiskey that I keep around for my buddy that is he's sober now. But at any rate, I'm going to send that your way because it's disgusting. That's the only one that Holmes Cay's ever made that I've had that I didn't like. That being said, these higher proof whiskeys are the way to get, or higher proof rums are the way to go. This is great. Good job, Tark. Good job, Papa's Pilar. I think one of the Holmes Cays that you sent me was like 120 something proof. And then that Barbados that we've got, Paul, I think you got a sample of that from one of us, didn't you?
I believe so.
Have you tried it?
I have not.
You should try it.
Yes.
You should go get it right now and try it on this episode just so that people can see your faces when you see how good it is. You should do that right this second.
Give me 3 minutes. I can run up there and find it.
Make it happen.
And while Paul does that, I will be, unless something comes up, I will be at that store that has or had those Barbados rum picks. And last time I was there, I don't know if I grabbed myself or you or maybe Dickman, somebody a bottle. And I think it was like $60 out the door. So,
he's going to fuck around and end up selling every bottle that he bought to us. Because he keeps having it. And I think it's probably because his customers don't know what they're walking past.
Well, there's Jacksonville, it isn't like a big rum drink. Like the ones that do drink rum are more of the Captain, the Sailor Jerry's, the Bacardis. There's not really like a rum scene like there is a whiskey scene. There is a good handful of us, but there's a lot more whiskey drinkers and tequila drinkers than there is rum drinkers. So it's a good thing because it keeps it on the shelf, but it's also a bad thing because no one's asking for things. So when I go into a store asking for something, they're like, "Oh, well, we'll see," and I'll go back like, "Nope, no one even mentions it." So,
well, that really sucks because I think a lot of people, which at the same time I don't want them to, but I think a lot of people need to wake up to rum. There's a lot of really good, good rums out there in the world, and even I know a lot of people, their first experience with rum is always, well, at least here in the States, is going to be Bacardi or
Bacardi
Captain
or
Morgan.
Captain or
Sailor Jerry.
Yeah,
something along those lines. And I would consider those to be rum in the same way that Heaven Hill whiskey is whiskey.
Yeah, it's
Heaven Hill bourbon.
Yeah, it's the rum, or it's the blended whiskey of the rum world.
Right. Heaven
Because
Hill whiskey with that orange label, that blended bullshit, it's awful, right? That's those three things are, but that's a poor college kid's drink, right? All three of those.
Well, and it's also meant for cocktails or mixing. That's what they're distilling it or making it for.
That's how I was introduced to it. Well, the Bacardi Silver, I got a 375 of that when I was 17 and drank the whole damn thing and then tried to watch the Blair Witch Project. It was a terrible fucking idea. That's also, I figured out early in my life, here I am with a co-host of a couple bourbon podcasts and I, a massive collection. And, I've all these things. I've done all these things that involve alcohol, going to UK for distillation, all this stuff. And at 17 years old, I figured out that if you put your foot flat on the ground, it stopped the spins. So that's a pretty key thing for someone like myself to figure out. But that was a bad night, and I haven't had Bacardi Silver since. I have had a bottle of Bacardi 151, and I was about 19 years old, and I thought that was a good idea. And quickly found out that I hadn't built up my system well enough to withstand a straight shot of Bacardi 151, much less the bottle. I had that bottle for the best part of 6 months. And I finally poured it out because I couldn't bring myself to drink it. What did I know at 19? Nothing. So, but there are a lot of good rums out there. The Grander that Jerry was talking about earlier, this Papa's is pretty good. The Holmes Cay that we've talked about it's phenomenal. I'm going to have another drink of that Maritas tonight just to give it a third try. I'm still not going to like it, but I'm going to give it a shot. It's different, but there's some other really good rums out there too that are just fantastic. And Jerry can talk all about it. He's got a much larger collection of rums than I do. I've got a few different brands, but Jerry knows more than I do.
Yeah, talk about this. We'll have to have some kind of like rum episode that's more than just drinking this. One of my buddies, he's on Instagram as the Dram Amateur. He's got his own little podcast. He does a lot with rum and tequila, so maybe I'll reach out to him, see if he wants to jump on or do like a dual episode with his podcast and our podcast, and do a whiskey or a rum and tequila double episode or something like that. Because
we definitely should, because I like tequila.
Yeah, he started getting into rum because he got pissed off that all this whiskey was getting overly priced, and then once there was that little bit of like that little time that rum started jumping up, and luckily it didn't go full tater mode, but he started drinking tequila and he was just like, yep, and he jumped into that feet first. So anytime I have tequila question, I'll reach out to him. So maybe I'll reach out to him and we'll do either a rum or tequila episode or both or something like that. And
we should do both. We should do rum for one and tequila for the other.
Yeah.
On each other's platforms. But yeah, I love tequila. And I'm not a shooter. I don't like shots. I'm not doing any of that. Even with tequila,
the only thing I like shots of is Malort.
No, fuck you both. But I do love and good tequila. Good tequila is it's head and shoulders above, your Jose Cuervo or. I think I've told the story on here. I know I told it on our now defunct Poor Man's Pour podcast, but Pepe Lopez. It was the first thing I ever got drunk on. It was awful. It was one of those experiences where I had a hell of a lot of fun, and then I went straight home, drank an entire bottle of Pepto-Bismol, and went to sleep. I was like 15, 16 years old. It was not a great experience. I found out real quickly what a hangover was all about the next day. But good tequila is really, really something to. There's a lot of craftsmanship that goes into it, a lot of care. Same amount as with bourbon. So I'm really appreciative of the good tequilas. So Paul's pouring it up there. I see him.
No dice. Couldn't find it.
Shit.
Through all my sample boxes.
Well, I think I know what's going into the next box I sent out. That should be within the next week.
Yeah, perhaps I drank it or I misplaced it or not sure. But
if you drank it, you'd remember it because
that's what I feel like. So it's either I have it here somewhere and it's just not where it should be, or I don't know. But yeah, I looked through my 3 sample boxes. I got some random shit laid around in other places that I kind of went through real quick, but I don't see it on this desk, and I didn't see it in the boxes, so it's missing in action.
We'll get you there eventually. Yeah. So, well, guys, since Paul Paul can't find that sample, I think that brings us to the end of another episode of Bourbon Beards and Belvederes. Be sure to check out all these products. Lyon Rum, you can find them at lion-rum.myshopify.com. The cigars, what are you guys smoking again?
You can find the Cigar Clowns at cigarclowns.com, or I picked this up from torocigars.com. There's also a few other online retailers, but Toro Cigars, when I was looking, you could still buy 5 and 10 packs of this one. So you got that. And then Grander, my palate warmer, is granderrum.com. So they make it easy.
Right on. Paul, what are you smoking?
I had the La Gloria Cubana Gilded Age. Pretty sure you can find that anywhere you order cigars online. There are Cigars, Famous Cigars, Toro. I think you can get this one pretty much anywhere.
Yep, those are good cigars for sure. The cigar that I was smoking, you can find that at Haze Gray Cigars. That's HAZEGRAY cigars.com. And then the Papas Pilar, you can find that at Papas Pilar, which is PAPASPILAR.com. Great rums, pretty widely available. I definitely suggest that you check those out. As always, look out for your local veterans, the homeless veterans, the veterans that aren't homeless, but really struggling to reintegrate, or even the ones that aren't having all that much trouble, but still, you never know what they're going through. So let's make sure to support all those that supported us. Be sure to support active duty military, LEOs, first responders, nurses, all those folks that are on the front lines, out there giving it all for us so that we can go on in our blissful ignorance through life. And then, let's make sure to come together as a community and support our children. The world is fucked up, and I keep hearing more and more fucked up shit every day. Every single day. It's in my feeds on Facebook. It's in my feeds on Instagram. The world just seems to be getting more twisted, and the kids are the ones that need the most protection. So let's make sure that they're getting it. Let's come together for them. As we always say, make sure to enjoy your spirits and your cigars responsibly. And until next week, cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Bourbon Beards and Belvederes is produced by Adam Bolden, Paul Rousseau, and Jerry Ullman. Edited by Jerry Ullman. Music by Ryan Johnson. You can find all of our links on our website at bourbonbeardsandbelvederes.com and at beacons.ai/Bourbon Beards and Belvederes. As always, enjoy your bourbon and cigars responsibly. Cheers.